Saudi Arabia has announced a number of big plans to start a wave of mega projects that will make the country an economic powerhouse on the world stage. With investments totaling billions of dollars, the kingdom is starting a journey to move away from its reliance on oil, diversify its economy, create jobs, and improve its reputation as a major hub for trade and tourism around the world. Yet economic transformation goes beyond these mega plans. What's their next target? You'd never expect that. It's sports. In today's video, we're going to cover sport washing in Saudi Arabia. If they continue this way, it's only a matter of time before they become very renowned in sports. What's going on? Well, here we go. If you want to get an idea of how much the sports world has changed in the last days, think about a top player who didn't even think about playing in the Saudi Pro League some weeks ago. The player, who won't be named, suddenly changed his mind when he heard the numbers and news stories. He called his agent to ask if a deal was still possible. He has changed his mind. That player is not Neymar, even though he is the next big goal after Lionel Messi, and he has been offered a huge amount of money. They are the top stars like Cristiano Ronaldo. People in the know say that they are the only ones who make more than $50 million a year. Those numbers are huge because they are a lot more than the whole Luton Town team made before they were promoted to the Premier League. This is a big turn in the game. Ronaldo's first move was what started it all. It has been brought to the forefront by the LIV golf story. But we can really see how much sports have changed in the last days by looking at football, which is the only truly world sport. Saudi Arabia wants to take over the most important cultural activity on the world. Some of that comes from real social programs in the state, especially ones that try to fight obesity. Most of it comes from the kingdom's plan to use sports washing to keep its power structure in place as oil earnings drop. This difference in method fits almost exactly what has happened in golf. The sport was broken up so that one side could be taken over. Saudi Arabia is now part of the foundation of the sport, first a closed hand, then an open one. Gianni Infantino's original plan for an expanded World Cup in 2020 was expected to cause a split in the game, and a number of sources say that Saudi money helped SoftBank pay that split. The break was put off because of new deals made for the COVID pandemic. Then, when a financial crisis hit, it forced clubs that were having trouble to rush the European Soccer League. Again, the same sources say that the JP Morgan loan for that was backed by Saudi money. But unlike golf, the sport stayed together because of the unique culture of its fans. It did not break. Saudi Arabia is now trying a different way of doing things, or rather, all the other ways. As the world moves on to the next step, Abu Dhabi and Qatar's playbook has been used, but it has been updated in a big way. Saudi Arabia started out by doing easy sponsorships, like the many deals it made with Manchester United. Then they tried to pay for other people's plans, like FIFA's Club World Cup, and put on their own events, like the Italian and Spanish Super Cups. Then they bought Newcastle United, a club in the most popular league in the world. They are now trying to change their local league in preparation for the World Cup, which is the most traditional form of sports washing. This is the big goal for 2030, which is when bin Salman's big business plan is supposed to be finished. The planned projects in Saudi Arabia show how the kingdom is working to diversify its economy, society, and culture. They are the main jewel of Vision 2030. In line with Vision 2030, each of these projects will produce new areas of economic activity, jobs, and economic growth. Alula is a place with a lot of important human and natural history. It is like a live museum with preserved tombs, sandstone outcrops, historic developments, and monuments. These projects follow the goals of Vision 2030, which are to diversify the economy, give local communities more power, and protect cultural heritage. Along Saudi Arabia's northwestern coast, Amala is a global wellness ultra-luxury destination that focuses on transformative personal trips inspired by wellness, the arts, culture, and the purity of the Red Sea. Its goal is to evolve and elevate the best of travel. Amala will set new standards for luxury and health. Neom is a bold and daring dream of a new future. It is an accelerator of human progress that will be the future of innovation in business, livability, and sustainability. Neom is one of the projects of the Public Investment Fund. Neom is a living laboratory that was built on the Red Sea in northwest Saudi Arabia. It is a place where entrepreneurship and and new ideas will set the direction for this new future. It will be a place to go and live for people who have big dreams and want to help build a new way of life that is sustainable and makes people happy. Oxagon, a city in Neom, will be a new paradigm where people, industries and technology come together in harmony with nature. As part of the release of the latest plans for Vision 2030, the Saudi Pro League started a new era. One irony is that changing the way the local league works could be seen as a good thing. Saudi Arabia has a strong football culture that has been around for a long time and is popular with young people who love the sport. It has made a number of good teams at the club level in Asia, as well as 2 very good World Cup teams, and the quality is usually considered to be good. There's even a case to be made that a strong league has been waiting there to be made. It's not likely to be as big a deal as the Chinese Super League, which made waves in the sport for a short time in 2016-17 with its huge fees and salaries. Still, the Saudi Pro League is seen as a bigger change because it can last longer. As part of the plan, the state's public investment fund has taken over 4 of Saudi Arabia's best football clubs: Al Ahly, Al Hilal, Al Nassr, which has Ronaldo, and Al Ittihad, which will have Karim Benzema. The idea at first was that it would be a fitting place for stars in their mid-30s who want to make one last big paycheck to go. Karim Benzema was the first big name to switch teams. He joined Al Ittihad after shocking the world by saying he would leave Real Madrid when his contract was up. But this was only the beginning. Since Benzema made his move public, almost every famous player in Europe has been linked with a move to Saudi Arabia. There followed N'Golo Kanté, who signed with Al Ittihad after his contract fell through with Chelsea. Then we had Ruben Neves. Of course, there's a lot of speculations and rumours come summer. Neymar's future has always been talked about during the summer, and this year has been no different. The Brazilian has been linked with a move away from Paris Saint-Germain. Al Hilal, on the other hand, could easily pay Neymar's salary, and the club hopes to sign him this summer. Another rumour was that of Lionel Messi. Messi has been linked to the Saudi Arabian Pro League's Al Hilal club for weeks, after a story said he could make up to $400 million per year if he played there. But as we all came to know, he ended up with MLS club Inter Milan. The biggest move in the past year, we'll say, is the landing of the football club Newcastle. In terms of sports, these fans had good reason to cheer. The $400 billion sovereign wealth fund of Saudi Arabia just bought the long-suffering soccer team Newcastle United, making it the richest club in the world overnight. But people who don't like the deal say that Saudi Arabia is using the team, which was formed in 1892, to do sportswashing. In other words, Saudi Arabia is accused of trying to clean up its image so that it is no longer known as a brutal absolute monarchy that locks up activists, beheads people in public, and discriminates against women and LGBTQ people, and is instead known as the smiling face of international soccer success. Now we've come to the end of today's video. We know you definitely have your opinions about this evident sport washing going on in Saudi Arabia. We sure will be glad to hear these opinions in the comments section. So drop by and let's hear it. If you like this video and want to see more like it, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.